Hi everyone, it's Cal. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to just pop on and say hello and talk about a few things today. I want to talk about your sacred power. I want to talk about subscriber's question, and I want to talk about protecting your focus. So to begin with, you're human. You've reached the pinnacle of the shape changing, which is called Darwinism, and you've reached the height. You are in the form of a mini universe, and many of you know that if you've watched the webinar. And for those of you that haven't, I'm going to put a link to it below. This webinar is just an introductory webinar, and we are made from the four elements, which come from the four directions in space in the body of the mother. And these four four elements, we are eventually going to learn how to control. And it all starts really with us controlling our own elements. And then it's going to start by bridging that to the world and controlling the elements outside of us. And those four elements, of course, are fire, earth, water, air. Fire, focus; earth, stability; water, receptivity, which is a form of accepting; and air, which is force. So all of these, we will be at some point learning to control the elements. And this is where personal power really comes into play. And I just want to talk about the necessity to start protecting your focus. We go around in the world and we see all this advertising out in the world on our phones. This drivel's been given to, we're being force-fed this drivel all day long. We're seeing it on TV, the side of the cars, the side of the bus, downtown, on the walls, everywhere we go. And people are, wearing or doing the stuff that these images are telling us to do. And really, that's no life. That's no life. Life is out there, but that's not it. Life happens when you are engaging the spirit. And when your focus gets fragmented, the spirit starts to get fragmented. And when the spirit gets fragmented, it drizzles away and the spirit gets killed. And when the spirit gets killed, the soul is captured. Okay, so your spirit spirals around you. That's the father force. He is sort of protecting the maiden inside. And the soul is the maiden that lives inside of you. Okay, so really trying to tone all the media down and trying to hear the tone of your own drum beating inside is really critical. And it's hard to do because we haven't been taught how to do that. And I don't want to get into the way we've been taught and what we've been taught and how we've been taught and who's saying it: mom, dad, uncle, friends, neighbors, teachers. You got to get away from it to get to you. And getting to you is where the gold is at. It's not getting something that somebody else says is just so great. And I'll tell you, if you think those millionaires out on those yachts and private jets are just having a damn old time, no. It is a very short-lived time, and the brick wall is coming. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Because the trueness of life is something that is earned. It's something that is found within inside of you. You go out, you seek it, you join with it, and it becomes part of you. And the way we do that is by looking at our values. And from our values, what we value, comes our goals and comes our drive to do them because we value them. So having all these things outside of us is just like sawdust in the mouth. And certainly, everybody wants to be attractive and have all these admirers and maybe have lots of lovers. But I'll tell you, when it comes to Love, you only need one. You don't need a ton. And but I know there are some people who like to love more than one. I get it. But when you go really deep, you can just find the one, because it goes beyond all. It gets cosmic, and it leaves the world of the physical behind. So, having said those things, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up to start protecting your focus, okay? So get rid of some of those apps. Try to tone down all that noise out there, that visual noise. It's coming at you in every direction. And really start to hear yourself. And, you know, there's a few ways that you can do that. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. I'm going to now answer a question that a subscriber has, because it's a good question. They're all good. This guy just kind of gets to the heart of it here. Or girl. One of the keys to manifesting is feeling really good as often as possible, right? Yeah, that's right. And part of the work required in learning to manifest is focusing your thoughts on ways that make you feel better. And when you eventually feel good in relation to what you want, it comes to you faster and more accurately, right? Yes. But there is a time allotment. So if you're just sitting and you're vibing for 10 minutes and then you're done, and you let it go, because at some point you always have to let it go, you're not really going to manifest that thing to you that much. You have to put in I really like to get the thing I really am going for. You have to really put the vibrational time in, and that means you have to make a point to sit down every day, maybe twice a day, maybe 3, maybe 4, but you have to spend time amping your vibe up and getting really clear on it and sending it out. So even if you enter into vibing and you are really clear right from the get-go, you have to put the time in. You have to put the time in to get it to come to you. You have to build your vibration too. And that's another thing you can do. Build your vibration through thoughts, words, and deeds, okay? And being congruent. That's how the human being becomes whole. Being congruent with the thoughts, the words, and the actions, which are the deeds. Getting those 3 totally congruent, and yes, it will come to you bang on for sure. Now, there's a few other things you can do as well. You can, well, let me get into the second part of the question, because it really goes with that. The second part is, if you felt really good enough to manifest, then you would no longer be in the states of pain where desires typically arise from. You would have the same level. Would you have the same level of egoic desires, such as being famous, wanting $100 million, having a yacht, private jets, luxury goods, etc.? Yes, if you went into deep meditation, really deep, you would leave your egoic desires when you're feeling really good. Yes. But when it comes to visualizing, you don't have to go that far. You can still have it. I was getting all this stuff way before I got into meditation, way before. And then he goes on to say, you can create the love vibration which amps you up and visualize what you want. That's the work. Yes. Well, if you are meditating on love or just feeling love, and if you don't know love, try feeling relief, because feeling relief is close to compassionate love. Yes, things will come to you. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, if you are vibing love, you don't have to visualize, because things you love are going to be coming to you because you're vibing love. So the universe wants to match that. So if you're vibing love, things you love are going to come to you so that you keep vibing love. That's the way it works. Now, if you're vibing a picture, which I have done, if you're vibing a picture, you're visualizing a picture and you're in deep meditation, or you're in meditation, having all the visualization about this and that, and you could end up just getting that picture, or you could end up getting what you wanted, but it's not giving you the joy you thought you would get from that. So that's the importance of meditating with love, and that's the importance of keeping that focus on the heart, on love. If you're going into deep meditation with love, you will get to some point, if you stay with it, to transcendence. Your vibration is going to be so filled out and so strong in love that you are going to be receiving all sorts of fantastic things. And that's what happened to me. I just kept getting everything I wanted, and things I didn't want were coming to me, things I needed. And I didn't even know I needed. They were coming to me. And then later on, I went, wow, that was really great that came to me, because I really needed it and I didn't know I needed it. So really, the feminine force, the receptive force, when you're in a state of love, she's the mother. She's always trying to give you what you want. And when you are in a state of love, you're getting what you want. So feeling the love is critical. So then this subscriber, she goes on to say, or would that not matter anymore? Because in practicing feeling really good, the wounded self has been healed, self-esteem has been risen, and the desire for extreme power and glory is gone. Yes. Well, if you're meditating, yes. If you're vibing and visualizing, probably not. You're probably still attached to all these things that you think are going to fill you. But if you're in deep meditation, for sure. And then she says, the wounded self is healed, but may fall back. And the power and glory melts away, but you will still have visualization of it. So should I feel good and focus on that? Yes. I think the best advice here is to meditate on love, because it's no fail. Okay, so many years ago, when I was doing all this visualization and all this stuff, and I was attracting everything, it was incredible. I attract stuff like that now, just thinking about it, and I'm like, whoa, no, that's not quite right. But when I go into meditation daily, just for a little bit into that love, things change. Things change. Meditating, vibing on love is the no-fail game, because you're getting stuff you want. You're getting stuff that helps you. You're getting stuff that makes you feel good. And you don't even have to choose. You don't have to worry about your visualization. You don't have to get too detailed. When you're just meditating on love, you don't need any details. When you're just meditating on love, it's coming. It's coming through your front door regardless, in every direction. So I'm a big promoter of the vibing on love, because that's where it's never a waste of time, and it's never back to the drawing table either, because you're focused on love. And if you don't know how to meditate, I've got a video, a free video, I'll post it below, on how to meditate. And you place your focus on the heart. And if you can't do that, just start feeling the feeling of relief, like, just start feeling that relief. And then the compassion will start to come the more often you do it. So I hope I answered your question there. And again, I just want to come back to I want to come back to protecting your focus and protecting the invasion of you. You know, you need to start protecting yourself a little bit with the stuff that's coming inside of you. It's starting to touch the core, and that's not good, because who you are in there is fantastic. You are an incredible, beautiful, incredible human that has come so far. You've come from the elements in a void of darkness and worked your way up to human. What's bigger than that? It's amazing. And now you're at the point where you're going to go off a diving board into a whole new realm in the future, and that is controlling the elements of you, which are your emotions. When you control your emotions, you're controlling your power. And when you control your power, you use it wisely. And after that point, you're going to start controlling the elements outside of you. And it is fantastic. But you have to protect your focus, because when your focus starts to shred, the spirit starts to die. And when the spirit starts to die, there's nothing to protect the soul, and the soul gets captured. Okay? So you really want to start protecting your focus and deleting some of that trash you listen to and all that stuff. We're all addicted. We're all addicted. And we have to work at it daily to step away and step away. Get out into nature more and, you know, feel your feet on the solid earth. She'll never steer you wrong. She's calling for you, and she's your conductor. So you want to get as close to nature as you can. And you want to keep your spirit whole. You don't want it to fragment. And so many, I see it all over the place. You know, little kids wanting certain kinds of shoes, and all of this thing goes on, and, you know, hairstyles, and, you know, cars, and clothes, and everything. This is not what the human is. The human is fantastic. The human is incredibly powerful, and we've got to stop the insanity, and we've got to start putting our focus right here and working on ourselves in a variety of ways. But the number one is stopping the trash out there, putting the brakes on that, and start realizing how unique you really are. And, you know, if mom and dad don't like you, or your brother, or some people that you think are great, or forget about them. It is not about them. This life is about you. It's not about them. It's not about pleasing the world. It's not about pleasing any other person outside there. Every time you try to please somebody else, you diminish yourself. You tell yourself deep down you're not good enough. You need approval from that person. And the truth is, you don't. It's all about you. Okay, everyone, I'm not going to rattle on anymore. I just wanted to quickly pop on and say those couple things and tell you what I've been up to. All right, so pretty soon I'm going to have the next video on the Zodiac Code. If it interests you, I'll let you know, and I'll post it below. And other than that, I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and take some time for yourself. And other than that, I will see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.